Welcome back. And you just read about my absolute favorite office supply of all time. And I'm going to talk to you about how this can seriously help you so much in the month of May. And I don't love these just because they're only like a tenth of a penny each. But I mean, let's be honest, they're like a tenth of a penny each. I get them on Amazon in packs of 1,000. Don't go with the generic, go with the Oxford and go with the lined on one side, blank on the other. Incredibly helpful. So I want to just chat through real quick what was in the email. And that was that you're going to feel like you're drowning sometimes. And the very best thing you can do. So I order let me just double check. Yeah, they're 3.5 by 5. You can also get the 5 by 7 for this. That might work a little bit better because it's so much larger. But what I want you to do is just write down an ordered list of what you need to do this week in your business. No big projects, nothing that takes 2-3 hours. So what I want you to do is do that. I'm a complete nerd. So I have packing tape, the big, thick, clear packing tape, and I will laminate it with the packing tape just because if it's in and out of my purse and my pocket, it'll get like really messed up. You're probably cleaner, neater, and more organized than I am. But an ordered list, what I love is when they're 10 minutes or less a piece. And here's why. You're going to be doing sitting, right? I know it feels like, no, I'm like a hamster on a hamster wheel. I'm going a million miles an hour, but you know that you're in car pickup line. You're waiting for the concert to start. You got there an hour and a half early to get the good seats. You're waiting for a party. You're waiting in the parking lot for your kid to come out of their practice. There's actually way more sitting time than we realize in the month of May. And the problem is we tend to waste it. So what do? We open up our phone and we scroll Instagram. And that's not what we're going to do now. So you will just slip this out of your purse or wallet or your back pocket, and it'll say whatever it is, prepaid quarterly taxes, reach out to the contractor about a VA for a day. Just whatever these things are, these little 5 or 10 minute things. And because they're such micro wins, you will be able to actually just blow through those so much faster. One of the things I talk about with my Success Squad girls is how much time we waste just trying to figure out what to do. The problem is we're so used to ping ponging and trying to figure it out. We think we don't waste any time doing that because we don't realize we're doing it. It's like when you put something on the steps for your kid or your husband to take upstairs and they just keep stepping over it for days or weeks at a time. They don't see it anymore. And that's what it's like with our time. I also want to give you a quick bonus tip because a lot of you missed that first introductory email. This is obviously a plant pot, but you could use a pretty basket or whatever floats your boat. But I recommended I'm telling you what, this will help you so much is put a pot, basket, something with a nice wide brim on your kitchen counter with a Sharpie, pen, or marker next to it. I wouldn't do pencils because the tips break and then this is going to defeat the purpose. So this is going to go on my kitchen counter in the corner and this is going to be right next to it along with, let me just grab it super quick with these. And so this goes on the counter right in front and this is behind, takes up hardly any space. You don't have to do this for all time, especially if you don't want, you don't like clutter on your counters. But essentially I've trained my kids to do this from a very young age. I mean, seriously, like as soon as they were old enough to write, and I'm kicking myself that I threw away all the misspelled things where it was just spelled phonetically that my son used to do. But essentially what'll happen is, your husband might do something like this. I should have had this prepped beforehand, so forgive my messy writing, but he will do something like this, like write down oil change, and then he will put it in the pot like that. And then your daughter needs you to call the principal about something. So she'll put call Mrs. Robbins and she will write it and put it in the pot. And then depending on how busy your family life is, either weekly, so like on your Friday night or Saturday morning or whenever you want to do it, or daily, if there's a lot in there, you're going to take all the cards out and you're going to sort them into piles. And one pile will be what you need to buy. One pile will be like phone calls. And then I like to have a pile, 2 other piles is errands you have to run, like places you need to go, and then stuff you need to do on the computer. And let me tell you, there's going to be a lot, like, buy stamps or book the dentist appointment or book the physical or whatever. So I don't know what it is about this. It works so much better than anything else. Even though we're a digital society, pen and paper can still really work. That way, when you're making dinner and your hands are covered in raw chicken and your son says, don't forget that I need you to book my physical to be able to play football this fall, you say, hold on. Kind of like what we did with the grocery store app. You just say, no, make sure, put it on the index card and put it in there. And then when you get all of those sorted and you've got phone calls and errands and stuff to do on the computer, what you can do is you're going to just take that whole stack of stuff to do on the computer. If you can't do it right now, I would paper clip it or binder clip it together until you can work through that pile. But you're going to then go to your computer and you can just go through those cards. It is so satisfying tearing them in half as you complete each task and throwing them out. This is a riff on something I learned from an organization company I used to work at when I was a director of operations. This is a little bit simpler, more streamlined, but I don't do this all year long. I find that too cumbersome, but for sure in May when there is so much stuff going on, I like to have everybody put their things in there. I sort it into piles by type and paper clip it or binder clip it. And then you can, like, let's say you're going to run out, you're going to be running errands, just grab the whole packet of things you need to do on your errands, put them into some kind of logical order based on where you need to go and plow through it. I'm telling you right now, especially kids under the age of like 13, they actually love this. Like they get a kick out of like writing these little notes to mom. And it was really sweet when my kids were younger. We haven't done this in a while, but they used to just write like, I love you, mommy, or I'm going to give you a hug, mommy. Like they would write the cutest stuff. And again, I'm so mad I didn't keep that. Keep yours. Learn from me and keep yours. But an ordered list is going to help you so much continue to grow your business when you're out and about, when you've got that, what I call windshield time, where you're just sitting there in your car staring out the windshield, or you're sitting in the bleachers, or sitting on the sidelines waiting for the game to start or game to end. You will not have to try to figure out what to do in your business. You can get all these quick 5 to 10 minute wins. I had a coaching client do this a few weeks ago, and she was like, I am drowning. I cannot keep up at all. And so she did this. And the first day, she's like, I got through that entire index card and I thought that was going to last me a month. She didn't realize how much time she was wasting. And when she wasn't totally sure what to do, or her brain was really fatigued and taxed, her go-to was open TikTok and just scroll videos, or open Instagram and scroll reels. And now she has an ordered list, a plan she can work through. I know this will help you be so much more clear-headed as you go through the upcoming month. So go ahead and order those index cards. I personally, I don't know, something about Sharpies and index cards. It's like chef's kiss. And get the After It Sweet one. I will see you tomorrow.